Living life lavishly, yo. I captured my life and I made it a gallery, yo. I told my story and made it my salary, yo. I put my family on that, they proud of me, yo. I'm not the one you could play with. Don't you know it could get dangerous? Not worried about getting famous. I just wanna pull up and lane switch. This era decentralization birthed a new civilization. Crypto been doing amazing. Bank account multiplication.
I'm a CEO, no label. LLC, I'm a walking businessman. 360 cause I'm able to get on my own, I don't need your helping hand. Crypto worth more than your little advance. I got me some ETH, now I'm making some bands. I'm up like a rocket, I'm never gonna land. Turn my cash to crypto, I'm rich and living better. You flexing that cash, but it ain't making cheddar. I'm fungible, gangsta, love milks on my sweater. Checkmate, kiss the chest and you just playing checkers. The metaverse on the blockchain, why you just stuck on the block? Turn a little change into crypto, and I watch it stack to a lot.
Do that, don't do this, don't do that. Let's go with the flow. You just tell me what you want to talk about and we'll do that.
You got it. We're live. What's up, my homies and fellow NFT collectors? It is drop day. We got my man, der VV Meister, the German OG and YouTuber. How are you doing today, Mr. Meister?
Thank you very much. First of all, for the invitation, VV Vault. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see you for the first time in life and doing this. And yeah, happy to be here. Let's do this.
Happy to have you here. Make sure you guys let me know in the chat if you guys can hear us both all right. I think the audio is looking okay. We got Mark Gordon first in the chat today. What's up, Alejandro? What's up, BE? I got to shout out all my homies in the chat. We got Daniel Marquez here. There was a little bit of drama that keeps popping up in the chat we might have to address from yesterday. I was doing a Halloween stream and I had filters on so I looked like Joker, but then I used some funny filters and one of them made it look like I had a sad face and that I was crying. And then everybody screenshotted it, and then Cavell Anderson put it on the thumbnail, and people actually out here think I was crying yesterday on my live stream when it was really just a costume. Just let everybody know it was just a joke. The whole thing was a joke. I appreciate all the support, but I was not actually crying. It was just a joke. It was just a filter. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that kind of went out of hand. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Mr. VV Meister, thank you so much for joining us. I know you've been around for a while. For the people that in the chat that aren't familiar with you or your channel, can you give us some background about how long you've been into VV, how you discovered it, and what type of stuff you like to collect?
Right. So it started end of March, I would say, somewhere in between there. And it's a funny story, actually, how I got into VV, because it was because of Elon Musk. It's difficult to understand, but Elon Musk was my initiator, so to speak. He started tweeting something about NFTs, and even though I was in crypto since 2017, I was passively into it. I did not understand a thing about crypto in 2017. I just bought something, just if you think about it, I thought this is basically how everyone starts, I guess. Bitcoin, oh, way too expensive. Ethereum, still too much, in 2017. Right. And then I chose Litecoin, Monero, if I'm not wrong, and then I found Doge. I did buy a bag full of Doge. I just had the idea, okay, this thing might do it. And yeah, that's how I ended up at Doge. I started following Elon Musk, and then eventually he tweeted something about NFTs, and I was just like, what the heck is an NFT? And then I did this at the beginning of 21. That's how I discovered VV.
I can't believe in 2017 you were buying cryptocurrency. I mean, I felt like I was sleeping on it back then. It wasn't until 2021 until I actually was like, hey, maybe I should be getting into this. So you were very smart to be into it early. Hopefully you made some money on that Doge. I know a lot of people did. So what was it that drew you to VV in particular? Because you knew what NFTs were in general, and there's lots of NFT platforms out there. Is it the licensed content? Are you a big Batman fan? I see Mario in your background. Is it the collectibles that you like, the characters?
Yes. Well, first of all, once I started researching NFTs, I was pretty quickly, VV came in one of my tabs. I really have to go through the history of Google Chrome to see what kind of tabs I opened.
Right.
And luckily, I did not open too many of those other projects, like the 10K editions of any kind of animals, crypto, whatever. But I was really quickly at the homepage of VV. and then it just hit me, and I was in shock because I downloaded the app and I realized, oh my God, it's already out for I don't know a couple of months, and I thought I'm once again too late because the definition of the NFTs, while I was doing research, maybe it was for 5-6 hours. I was just and I sucked all of this data information into me. It made perfect sense from the very beginning on, why this certificate of ownership will be important. And luckily I found about VeVe, and when I saw the DC license, so that they're officially licensed, this was this for me. That's how I got stuck with VeVe.
Yeah, I was the same way. Once I saw the official licenses and I compared that to with all the PFP animal projects, I was like, oh,
Yes.
this is obvious here. And then we got a lot of people in the chat asking about today's drop, what we think about today's drop. VV went back to the 20,000 editions on this one. I know those last 5 Marvel Zombie comics were all 10K editions. Since this one is 20K editions and not worth a lot in the physical world, doesn't have any really important first appearances, I don't think it's going to sell out right away. My price prediction is low. We'll get into our price predictions like we usually do before the drop. What about you, Mr. VV Meister? What do you think about today's drop?
To be perfectly honest, well, 20K editions, I did go for a couple of the last ones which had 10K editions because you know yourself, right? The floor, it will be undercut all the time. And now it seems also with the 10K editions. So if anyone is expecting something special about this comic today, but I will join you in getting at least one box. We will most certainly get one box today.
That's passion right there. He's going for the drop just because he's on the channel, just for the experience. And that's why I'm going for the drop too, just so you guys can see me go for one. But I'm only going for one. Maybe I'll get lucky and maybe I'll hit that secret rare and it'll be worth it. But I'm not planning on making a profit today, and I'm only spending 7 gems, so it's a cheap gamble for me. Thank you, BE, shouting out the VIP program. If you guys want to check out the VIP program, anybody in the VIP program gets a new NFT every single day. And at the end of the month, one VIP Patreon gets a VV Vault t-shirt. What's up, Thomas G? What's up, Tucson Collectibles? Talking about crazy stuff as always. Crypto says, did VV block you? I mean, not really. It was just on Twitter. It wasn't really a big deal, but that I had this sad face filter on and everybody turned it into a big deal, but it was kind of a joke. But I knew other people weren't going to get the joke. That's why I was telling y'all don't do that, because people are going to... Man, the things I go through, Mr. Meister. All right, before we get going into price predictions, I did want to pull up Mr. VV Meister's YouTube channel. I know you do some videos in German and some videos in English. We're definitely going to talk about your Superman #1 drop video because that one's very important. Tell us a little bit about what your channel focuses on, and you guys need to subscribe to him because right now he has 666 subscribers, and that's just, I mean, it's a good serial number for VV.
It is.
I don't know if I like that. Make sure you guys are subscribed to him. I'm going to link it in the chat, and let us know, Mr. Meister, what your channel kind of focuses on.
Yes, so I'm quite of an unusual YouTuber, I would say. First of all, I do my content mainly in German for the German speaking community, obviously. And then, because I wanted to do it in 2 languages, I do it also in Croatian. So Croatian is a language that you will have in several Eastern countries of Europe, Serbia, Bosnia, Macedonia, even the Slovenians understand it. So there is, it's where I grew up as a kid, and my parents are from there, and they're quite behind. So let's say the Europeans are behind the US if it comes to NFT and adopting blockchain technology. But my Croatian fellas, Serbian, Bosnians, they are even further behind. And I have the urge to, well, educate a little bit about that. So I do some content also in Croatian. And then in English as well, if I get the feeling that all of you guys, that you missed something. And then maybe it's quite interesting to have a look into some of my English-speaking videos. I wouldn't say that I do it professionally. Some of them are literally while I'm driving my car, and some people like it, and some are confused, like, what the heck? He is just driving around and talking about something, yeah.
Yeah, well, not only is it informative, though, it's also very entertaining. I find you to be a very entertaining YouTuber. And in particular, you just recently did this video that I'm going to pull up and link in the chat about your experience going for that Superman #1 comic on the DC Palm platform. And tell us a little bit about your experience. In particular, I'll let the chat know that your strategy was a bit to have a bunch of different devices going and then to enter the queue into different intervals. I don't know if they were 10-minute intervals. And when I was live streaming, people were telling me in the chat that even if I pull up another device or tab, they will all be the same queue. So is this the plan that you plan on using next time? And what exactly were the intervals you were using? You were going into the queues at about every 10 minutes, and you were able to have at least one of those devices available when the drop began?
Well, I figured the system out quite quickly. I went online, so the drop was my time at 1800. So I was online 2 hours before. And I realized that the waiting line was already then there 2 hours before. And then just for fun, I opened another device and there was another waiting line, okay? And then I figured out once you're in this pool, you will not be stressed with the masses that are joining. You will actually have a quite good internet connection. So I could refresh and, browse the page. And that was definitely due to the fact that you are inside this pool. So not, with all the masses that are trying to join the pool. But I also realized really quickly that you will be thrown out after 10 to 15 minutes. And then I just made this different devices technique, which was definitely not the same waiting line for every device. So I was online with one, the other one. So if you watch the video, you can see it, 1 minute before the drop, I was thrown out of my iPhone. And then the other one took a bit longer. I think 14 minutes passed. I could still buy a collectible. No, it was reserved for me, but then I did a mistake while buying. I used the credit card instead of my credit that I had prepaid there. So it was a big drama. For everyone who wants to have a chance, I highly suggest to watch the video, because I think you can get an understanding how the drop system works, unless they change it completely now.
Yeah, and I think they could possibly change it completely. They did kind of hint around that they are going to have a drop this Thursday in a couple days. So I think it's very important to study this video in particular to see the strategy here, especially if you have extra devices. And I know that you were worried that it was going to sell out right away, but it actually took, 15 or 20 minutes to sell out, right?
Yes, indeed. I thought it would be in an instant. And it would have been for sure if their back end, or whatever you want to call it, would work good enough. But because it's similar like in the early days of VeVe, I would say, you for sure remember the Ultraman drop, then also the Golden Moments drop.
Yep.
And the first Golden Moments drop, I was thrilled because my kids could get something. I think it was 20 minutes after the drop time. My wife got something. I've got 3 of the Homer skateboards, whatever. We were happy that this happened. And I think the similar thing happened to the DC comic that first dropped there. And I actually had a reservation 15 or 16 minutes or 17 minutes after the drop time, which is, if the drop would have worked normally, then it would have sold out within seconds for sure.
Yep, absolutely. I think it's more about how many people they can handle on their site at the same time, so they didn't want it to crash. But that queue, it was annoying, and the way you did it was very smart. We have to work on it and do it the same way whenever this next drop happens on Thursday, if it actually does. What's up, Shortsmad? What's up, King Crypto Rambo? Newman wants to see the poll. I'm going to get a poll started, and we're going to talk about today's drop a little bit more and look at the price predictions. While I get that poll started, though, and before we do that, I want to get your opinion on that DC Palm platform overall. Is it the next hero? Is it the next VeVe? Are you excited to collect on it? Did you buy any of those Superman #1s in the aftermarket, and are you going to continue to go for their drops?
The aftermarket is, you saw that they have a different price structure, right? They're taxing you something, their costs on top.
Yeah,
and I was quite disappointed about that.
Yeah, and it seems like people can hold stuff on the floor for like days, and then it makes the floor price not exactly what the floor price is. So that does make it a little bit confusing on how their market works for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did. I'm not sure if you saw this one. I bought the next best thing. Instead of the the NFT, I went to the Comic-Con here in Brussels just 2 days ago.
Oh, nice.
And I found this metallic plate. The original you will never be able to afford, but this is just for DC NFT. In your face, look, I've got one.
He doesn't need the NFT. He's got the physical version right there. Was that a big event at Comic-Con? Did you see any NFT information there?
No, And this is interesting. So I was wearing my VV Meister shirt, and one guy actually recognized me. I saw it on Twitter. He told me that he saw me waiting in the line. I was like, ah, God damn it! Why didn't you tell her hi? And so I did not realize something NFT, awareness going on. But probably, I know I have to do this video. I'm not sure if you saw my tweet about my digital signature on my digital DeLorean that I got. You know from whom?
I'm wondering. I didn't see that tweet. Who would it be from?
You did not see that tweet. Mr. Christopher Lloyd himself, 84 years old. He was there, and
I did see it. You said Doc Brown on the tweet. Now I remember.
Doc Brown!
Yeah, I
saw Doc Brown in real life, and I got my collectible. Well, this is not a real collectible. This is, when is the drop happening? In 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
This is a Playmobil. Well, DeLorean, right? But it's really nice. It's really fancy.
That's
and
very
I
awesome.
got it signed here, and then I did. So I'm gonna make a sort of tutorial on how to get your digital collectible. So I have the DeLorean season 1. Obviously, it's a nice mint number 4466 or something. And I try to explain. So imagine, I will put out the video. So there is Mr. Lloyd, and he's looking at me, but he has an agent right there who's a professional, right?
Sure.
And he was really, like, okay, should we really sign this? And then they talked about it, because he said this is a first. We never did that, and this is amazing, right? So I tried to explain to them the fact that this is a digital collectible. It's the same like the Playmobil thing, but this is from an app called VeVe, and it's
and you're explaining that to Doc Brown?
Sorry?
And you're explaining that to Doc Brown?
I did, in front of Doc Brown and his agent.
Nice, that's awesome. And so what happened?
So I did get my, where is it now? My iPad is upstairs, but I have now my, let me hold it in the camera. I have now my digital signature on my digital DeLorean.
That is awesome. I'm wondering how you pulled that off. Do you just take a screenshot and then use like some type of thing to draw on it, or does he use his finger?
Indeed. So I figured out, who helped me? VV Magic. I was on the live stream of Randy the other day, and because I knew that, who was it? Comics and Crypto, he did something similar like that, if I'm not wrong, but he did it with crypto natives, I would say. He did it with Todd McFarlane. But Mr. Lloyd and his agent, they had no clue what I wanted to do there. And let me just try to find this picture. I have it in my tweet. Wait.
While you're looking, I gotta ask the chat something real quick. What is takeoff? People keep saying RIP takeoff and something about takeoff. Am I missing something? I don't know what takeoff means. Let me know. Shout out to Kryptoni for using his member message today. What's up, Hammy? What's up, Clay? What's up, everybody? Yeah, I don't know what takeoff means, so I'm with you, Clay. I'm trying to figure it out as well. VeVeMeister is showing us how he was. Oh, it's a rapper. Okay, yeah. See, I'm old. I know like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Sorry. Migos member. Oh, did he pay off? Oh, did he pass? I said pay off. Did he pass away? Wow, a Migos member. All right, rest in peace. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Sad day for the rapper world. That's actually one I know. All right, here we go.
Let me just hold it really quickly here. Maybe you can see a bit about, there you go.
So it's on your iPad?
Yeah, on my iPad. You can like do it with. Unfortunately, I didn't have a digital pen with me, and then it would have looked nice. But Mr. Lloyd was not too confused about it. I just told him, make it with your finger, and he did it. And the best part is, and let's finish this story. The best part is my 8-year-old son was with me. I put the camera into his hands, and he filmed the whole thing.
Oh, that's awesome!
8-year-old son, awesome.
Wow, yeah. So you're gonna have some footage of you getting your NFT signed by Christopher Lloyd, and it's on camera. That's gonna make it for a great video. We definitely want to see that. Make sure you guys are subscribed to their VeVeMeister's YouTube channel so you don't miss that. That's gonna be awesome, absolutely. And it's cool the way you do that. I know several people, like you said, Comics and Crypto, and several other people have gotten their NFTs kind of signed in that same way. But they say that there's gonna be a way in the future that we're able to get autographs on NFTs that are part of the metadata. And though I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna work. Although in the past they have mentioned that when that happens, that the camera or the device you're using will take a picture of the person signing it as well, and that will also be part of the metadata. And as an autograph collector, that sounds really awesome to me.
Definitely. I'm quite sure that they will be able to do that, and they will store the data or the signature itself on the blockchain. And let's say that this is the early versions of this digital signatures, because you cannot do it other way. They need to figure it out. VeVe in this case, they will figure it out eventually, I hope, and then this will be most certainly a thing. If you have a digital collectible with some meaning, then extra, like in this case, the signature of Doc Brown, and this will be quite exciting for collectors, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. I got a question here I've seen pop up a few times today from my man Smarty and a couple other people. Am I going to buy the McFarlane $100 or $300 stuff to get an NFT? That's some promotion that's going on right now, that if you buy $100 worth of McFarlane physical collectibles from their website, you get that free NFT, which that's not something I plan on doing. However, I might actually mint the NFT because they are going to have an NFT drop. That's not the only way you can get that NFT. So I might actually mint that when they drop it, but I'm more excited about the Todd McFarlane comics that they are talking about recently. All right, we need to get into our price predictions. We got about 5 minutes before the drop begins. I know my predictions are a little low for today since there's 20,000 editions. We got 5 minutes before the drop begins. My predictions for today, I got about $2 on the common, $175 on the uncommon, $550 on the rare, $12 on the ultra rare, and $42 on the secret rare. We'll check a few more predictions before the drop begins. Fire and In's got 2, 2.2, 6, 11, and 51. Selwood is under 2 on the common and the uncommon, $585 on the rare, 9 on the ultra rare, 41 on the secret rare. Barbie is got $299 on the common, $297 on the uncommon, $960 on the rare, $24 on the ultra rare, and $99 on the secret rare. I'll also show you guys the serial numbers to look for today. 1981, of course, is going to be important. That's the year it's published. 1963 is the first appearance of X-Men. On these 20,000 edition drops, 201 is the lowest serial, not 186. So 201 is your lowest. And of course, 616, 2000, 1939. And there's a bunch of different X-Men movies. I just put one that was more popular down there for 2006. Somebody mentioned one that came out in 2011. I'm not sure which one it was. But any of those serial numbers for years where one of the X-Men movies was released should have some extra value. All right, looks like everybody is... I'm sorry.
Walt, let me say something. Sorry, I need to interrupt you.
No
you are doing an amazing job, I have to say. I have not watched this stream of yours for a while now, but you have a certain routine, and this is mind-blowing how you do it.
Thank you. Yeah, we just have the routine where we always do a poll to find out what the sentiment is on how many people are actually going for it. It looks like 50% of the chat say they're not going for it at all. 10% are going for 3 or more. 34, so a third of the chat are going for one box today, which is mine and your plans as well. And then everybody wants to know what the price predictions are because these guys are really accurate. We keep track of who has the most accurate predictions. This month is almost over. This is the last drop of the month, and we'll reset the scores. And my man Adam, once again, is going to be winning this month. He's up by like 4 points. He seems to be one of the most accurate predictors in the community. What's up, Bravo's Assassin? BE, thank you for the shout out. Alejandro says the GOAT. I don't know about that. Kurazami says all right, guys. I don't need all the flower. We're here to give VeVeMeister the flowers. VeVeMeister, let me know about your drop success in the past. Have you hit any big ones?
Well, the ones that everybody went for, I missed out. Miles Morales. However, I was really lucky with Amazing Spider-Man. What was it? AF-15, right?
Yep, that was the big one.
Yes, and I always try to, the drop is in 3 minutes, I always try to stop right there the people who thought that it was heavily botted. I was at my best friend's house, and he has crappy internet. Me, 2 people who were sitting at the same table, 2 friends of mine, also from Germany, called me, hey, I got one. So in my circle, real life friends, I had 6 people who got an AF-15.
And there's a lot of talk there about how certain regions of the world get all the drops, and figure that I know Not Sure is a guy who's in Germany and says he doesn't get many drops. You guys do all right in Germany? You feel like you get as many drops as anybody else?
I think it's all, you always feel unfairly treated if, okay, some of the last drops, they were also heavily botted, I have to admit. You could very well realize that. Yeah. But sometimes it's just bad luck, I would say. So in Germany, in my Telegram group where I'm in, I have the feeling that sometimes it works really, really good. And then for the decon stuff now, where it was below 1,000 mints, nobody got anything,
Yeah, not a lot of people got those in my chat as well. Like you said, I think that some of them were heavily botted, but after the second or third one, when the prices were below retail, I felt like the bots went home and we were starting to get some W's on those decon drops. All right, guys, good luck. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you guys also. Good luck. We got 1 minute before the drop begins on these comic drops. I go with timing. I'm going to try to click that buy now button 1 second after the timer hits 0, but I don't think this one's going to sell out, so you should be able to take your time and buy as many as you like. My plan is to go for 1 box. I'm even going to wait for my green truck today and hope for a low serial number. I'm going to put the serial numbers to look for on the screen again in case you guys want to hunt those out on the market. I'll be trying to do some sniping and looking for 1981 and 1963 in particular. All right, Mr. VV Meister, let's see if you can hit a secret rare on the live stream. I'm sorry?
What was the price prediction? 40 gems for a secret rare. Oh my god. Yeah, where did we go? One of my first secret rares, it went out for well, I remember because I rarely sell anything. I think it was 3.K or something.
Oh wow, that's not bad at all. But my first secret rare I ever got was on the Toby drop. Rip.
Here we go. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and click. Timing's always perfect on the drops that I don't need a good timing for, but whenever I get it nervous, it's an AF15 drop, then my timing's all off. Do you do any sniping in the marketplace, VV Meister, before, like after drops or on off days?
I tried it a couple of times, and it's not my thing. It's just so time consuming. You know, I'm a father of 3. I know you're a father as well, but if you spend so much time, then it's unhealthy for the whole thing, you know, family. So I'm not sniping anymore.
Yeah, some people have more time, like you said. Some people don't have kids to take care of. I know a few people who spend a lot of time on the market, and they make a lot of money gems that way. I always just do my sniping after the drop, because I can usually kind of predict what the prices are going to look like, and then I know what level to scoop them up at. And it looks like I was able to get one. My serial number was not good. We'll have to wait until it gets in here to find out what the rarity is. Alejandro got a 3 digits today. Congratulations. JGP got a 3 digit. Is the Croatian language the same as Ukrainian? Asks Dane K.
No, it's not. It's a Slavic language, and while now, because of the stuff that is happening in Ukraine, I have an ear for languages, right? And I think the Ukrainian language is closer to Croatian than the Russian one, which is interesting.
Oh, that is interesting. Okay, cool. Lucky D with serial number 248. Congratulations. Rex Carter got one. Bravo's got a high mint. Newman got a somewhat high mint. Johnny Kane got a decent looking mint at 4,400. What's up, Zoomy? We're doing good today. I got the OG, their VV Meister on the channel today, so it's an exciting drop day. We also had those airdrops yesterday. Did you get any of those airdrops?
Mr. Me? Yes, sorry. I got for my very first Pride, which I never sold, and I got that one. Pride 2 I did not buy because everybody was FOMOing in, and when it was really low, I did not get one. So yeah, I received this airdrop.
Very cool. I think they look awesome. I got the Pride 2 drop. I didn't get the Pride 1 drop. I sold my Pride 1 a long time ago. But I did pick up a Pride 1 airdrop because I felt like that price was really low at 100, and they look so good. I felt like it was one that I wanted.
And they look so good. Yeah, you're right.
I went ahead and bought both of them. I have that whole set. All right, we're going to check out some of the prices on the market, but no secret rares are listed yet. We got 3 ultra rares on the market, and the lowest is at 34, and then they go straight to 85, which is interesting. The rares at 9 already. The uncommons at 5 gems, which is a little high, and the commons down to 3 already, but I think that can go lower. And we'll wait to see if I got my delivery yet or if it's still pending. We got it delivered. Here we go. It is Common Gang. I even said it before I opened it. Common Gang. I got a comment over here. Base Lab got a secret rare. Congratulations. Makila Gorilla with a 3 digit. Marvelous Pax got a 3 digit today. Dan Wiseman got 99999. I guess that's good though. And Adam says it's already November. This drop is for this month. Oh, you're right, Adam. You're right. This drop will count for November. Absolutely. And the price predictions challenge. And speaking of which, there's one thing I have to do real quick, Mr. VV Meister, is go back and check the prices for yesterday's comic drop, because we mark those every 24 hours to see, like I said, who gets the closest price prediction.
Nice.
So I'm going to go ahead and post these up, and I'll put them on the screen so you guys can watch. This is for Werewolf by Night. First up is the commons at 517. And the uncommons at 420. That's easy to remember. All right, here's your werewolf market prices. Common, uncommon. I remember the uncommon was at 517 for the common. I had my price prediction yesterday on that comic at $9.99. I thought it was going to do a lot better at 10K editions, and it's kind of valuable in the physical world. Are you a comic collector at all?
I am actually. I collected when I was a kid a lot of German comics. I have them. Funny enough, I have them in Croatia. So the German comics I have in Croatia. But now, because I'm going to Comic-Con and everything, I'm filling up my collection. So this is my grail piece. I have to say, you know that one, right?
Wow, yes, the Todd McFarlane Batman. That's awesome.
And even the one with the the first print on this side, this one.
Oh, is that what it is? Nice.
Yeah.
Does that have a lot of value? It looks like something that VeVe collectors in particular would want.
Look, this is what VeVe made out of me. If you buy the statue, here it is. Then you need to buy a second statue because there are different versions out there. And then you buy the comic. VeVe makes you crazy after a while.
I know. I've never owned comics before in my life, and now I own 3 already, thanks to OG Growler. And man, who sent me the other one? Oh, it was VV and 3 sent me a comic recently from a giveaway.
Really?
So yeah, I have a few physical comics now. I never collected them before, but now whenever I go out and I see comics, I always want to look through them and see if I can find the same covers that match my NFTs.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Satish got a comment today. Dan Wiseman got a 3-digit, not bad. Hamoon says it's saying in the details 3 pieces. So speculation nation. I might have missed y'all's conversation on that one. Smartbass says, would you think the dropped 007 poster would be scooped up by Wells' 2 low edition poster? Let's go see what that price is looking like. He's talking about the airdrop for the Bond posters. They're at 80 gems right now, and the edition size is only 632, and I'm assuming that VeVe kept 90 of those, so really only 540 editions. I think it could go up with that low edition size, but with it being a movie poster, those aren't very popular these days. Shout out to VV and 3 got hired by VeVe. They're going to be, I guess, putting out their own info dumps for each drop with even higher production value, which is going to be pretty not only popular, but also very helpful for the VeVe fam. What do you got? You got some show and tell over there?
Yes, I have got 2 more which are interesting. So this is the metallic one. I found that one as well. Everybody knows this one. This will be imprinted with VeVe forever.
Yeah, MC number 1.
And then, just by chance, because my comic expert here from Germany, his name is Chris VeVe Journey, he told me, hey, do you know what you got there? I'm like, yeah, Scotty Young, right? Yeah, but this is the one that Dr. Profit bought, the variant cover for 30,000 K or something. Jesus.
You know what's wild? I only own 3 comics, and that's one of them that you have in your hand. That's one of the comics I own. That OG Growler sent to me, the one that Dr. Profit bought a one of. I have that same comic. That's awesome. See, I don't know if you're supposed to read them or not, because I know how comic collectors want to keep everything crisp. Are you not supposed to open them and read them?
No, definitely not. And you know what? If you teach your kids, I think your kids are a bit older than mine. Mine are 8, the youngest. I have twin boys, right?
Oh, cool.
And they got used to the fact. They just asked me, okay, so they're not to be read, they're just to be put somewhere, right? And I'm like, exactly. We are not going to read them. They're just to be put away.
It's tough to do. I taught my kid that too when he collected baseball cards. He was a big Kobe Bryant fan, but he wanted to look at them every single day. And I was like, you got to keep them in the cases. You can't take them out and play with them and touch them and stuff, or they'll just get messed up. And he didn't like that idea too much.
No.
There's a great question here from you from my man Kurizami. He wants to know, how tall are you? I seen a picture of you with I think it was Dan and Dave, and you looked like you were about 7 foot tall. What are you, 6'6", 6'8"?
I am. So now I'm checking what it is in feet. It should be exactly 6 feet and 74 inches.
74 inches? That can't be right. 6 feet and 74 inches. That would be like
6'7".
6'7". Okay. 6
Oh
foot.
no, 6'6", or is it 6'7"?
Not 6'74". You'd be huge. But 6'7".
Wait. 2 meters are 6.5 or 6.6. Now I got it.
Did you see the? I'm sure you did, but did you see the? I guess the Photoshop that Clarissa did with her head on your on your shoulders. I think that's who it was. I thought it was hilarious.
That's my picture. I love it, and but it was funny because reading through her tweet feed, somebody actually believed that it's her, you know, and I'm like, God, how can you believe that this is her, you know?
I kind of believed it at first. I'm not gonna lie. I had to I had to
Really?
actually look a little closer. I was like, I don't know. There's tall girls out there. There's nothing wrong with that.
There is.
You call me David says der Meister aus Deutschland ist am Start. I think that's German.
Der Meister aus Deutschland ist am Start. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Meister from Germany is on
So-
here, right here. That's cool. He call me David. He's never been on my channel, I think.
You call me David. Make sure you're subscribed to Der VV Meister. You'll definitely like his content if you speak a little bit of German. And how big is that that community over there, the German-speaking community on VV? I know you said you had a Telegram group. Is there a lot of people in that?
Yes. So I did a rough calculation a while back, and it's not so many because I was taking the numbers of my subscribers. The biggest YouTuber in Germany, which is VeVeMeister, he has got like let's say almost 2K subscribers. And then the Telegram group, and there are some people on Facebook, you know, and whatnot. And I did that times 5. And then people were surprised. Do you really think that we are only that much? And I thought, yes, because usually you're not doing this by your own. You know, you're connecting with the community in some ways. And as you probably also experienced in last January or December, when we had the bull run, you cannot imagine, in the Telegram group every day like 20 new people showed up. And now, because we are in this bearish sentiment, it became really, really quiet. And this is a sort of paradox, you know, because you would like to try to explain to them that now is actually the time, if you understand those cycles. But it's funny because they will all come back, and there will be even more people coming back once this rocket shoots up. And then they will buy way too much.
It's weird how people will start buying it whenever the prices go up, but they could have been in here early buying them for cheaper.
Yeah.
But I'm the same way because I wanted to buy those Disney golden moments, and I waited for them to go lower and lower, and I waited too long because they shot up the other day, and now I don't own any. I have to wait for them to come back down. Hopefully they do. Do you have any Disney golden moments? Are you a collector of those?
Yes, I do. Well, I have I wouldn't say most of them. I'm missing the vault. Unfortunately, I did not get it. And then I have my C3PO, I think a couple of, I would have to lie now, I would have to check. So I have maybe 10 or 12 of them. I certainly did not collect all of them.
Nice, yeah. Elsa's my favorite. Homer and Bart is one that I feel like is very undervalued, and those were the two I planned on stacking, maybe even Iron Man, but I never did get around to it. And now that they pumped up, I'm going to have to wait a while on those. Shout out to VV Arcade is in the chat, went for 4 today. Man, I hope you got a secret rare on those. VV Arcade will be with me in about 50 minutes. We'll be live again for VV Trivia, and we got lots of cool prizes to give away for VV Trivia today, and I've already got lots of questions lined up for you guys. VV Dell says, hey Vault, are you holding a bat cow? Bought my first bat cow yesterday. Congratulations. I personally am not holding a bat cow. I was sleeping on that project. I wish I would have minted it. What about you? Do you have a bat cow, Mr. Meister?
I do not. I was so close to buy one, and I made I asked on Twitter, what should I buy? Because there were 2 options. I could have bought 2 bat cows, but I went for a quite unique thing. It's a NFT about beer with some amazing utility. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but real life utility, which was really important for me to experience. And I experienced it firsthand because I went to the real life event there. You ever heard of Oktoberfest?
Oh yeah, we have our own Oktoberfest. They're probably not as cool as y'all's German Oktoberfest because that's where it originated. But even at my college, every month we had an Oktoberfest.
Exactly, and it's a lot of fun, I can imagine. And I was there to see it firsthand, you know. And this was the first kind of utility, so you can attend this, drink as much beer as you want, and then. I interviewed even the owner. Like I said, I'm not gonna share about too much about it. I have a short playlist on my channel. If somebody is interested about this, I think it's really something unique. And in contrast to all the other projects, and I would say even VeVe, you know, we are quite happy with the utility that we are having now. And when we get something airdropped, yay, we get something airdropped. But this thing which is emerging now in the Web3 space, especially if you put some something tangible. So they are doing not airdrops, but the utility is really hardcore. And I wanted to convince myself. I did research like I did with VeVe, and I like it a lot. You know, if people are interested, they can check out on my channel.
Yeah, I linked that playlist on there. I mean, if they're airdropping beer into my mouth, that's the kind of airdrop I like. That sounds perfect.
Yeah. But they do, right? Here, I'm gonna show it. I'm
Airdrop
gonna
that
show
beer.
it. This,
Oh,
this
let's
is the
go.
beer that they're airdropped. So
That's the
they
best
deliver
utility
it
yet.
free to your address, and I mean, this is utility you cannot beat. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's very awesome. Let me check. I had a comment back here. It says, in the future, can you do a poll after the drop indicating how many people got what rarity? How would we do that? Yeah, I guess I could do that. But there's 5 rarities and only 4 options. I'll try to figure out a way to do that. I need to get a widget or something to do my own polls. Dan K wants to know where he can buy the beer NFTs. He needs it. What's it called? I saw it. I had it just pulled up. It's called VV. I'm sorry, Meta Brew Society, right?
It's called Meta Brew Society. There you go. This is my playlist. I would appreciate if you just have a look into it. I put an affiliate link in there, but I always emphasize the fact, guys, please do me the favor, maybe watch this short 3 videos. They're maybe like 5 minutes long or 10 each. But what I always emphasize, you need to do your own research, you know, just don't let influencers, I'm certainly not one, influence you too much and, you know, just buy it because it sounds nice. This Web3 space is developing really quickly, and I see in the background that VV wrote that you are using Discord. If you join their Discord and ask certain questions, you know that there are moderators, there are founders there 24/7, I have the feeling. It's really nice to get their feedback and to ask about something. But the experience that I made about this thing is that it's absolutely rug-proof. You know, it's completely legit. They're in the German. They're completely doxed, and this is important. You know, the vote. I did not know what doxed mean. I mean, I just learned this term. You know. And if somebody is doxxed, this is really important, especially in Germany. You know, they're registered in this city. You can check it out. You know, the brewery is there, so there is no chance of a rug pull. And if you want to dig into it, like I said, look, check out this playlist of mine, and there is an affiliate. If you want to use it, but do your own research. Dig as much as possible into it.
Yeah, 100%. You always got to do your own research. That's very cool how they have that set up though through a beer NFT. Michael Campbell says, "What's the name of the Marvel Comics #1 reprint he has?" I think that was it's a 10-piece, right? It's like a 10-piece wall hanging. That Marvel #1 comic that you showed. He's asking about it, the reprint of it. It was a 10 object. You had the Marvel comic #1. He thinks it's an actual comic, but it's actually just a wall hanger, right? Not that one. The one before that. The Marvel comic #1 right before that.
This one, sorry.
Yeah. It's a 10-piece, right? Metal, or is it
metal?
Actually... Yeah,
metal. This is to put on the wall. You know, you don't need to worry about it. And I don't know. Well, certainly it must be licensed product, otherwise they would not sell it. But yeah, they had several ones. I'm unfortunately they did not have the what is it? This piece.
The AF-15.
AF-15, bravo. But you know, once you start, I did this also on Twitter. You know what this is, Walt?
No.
This is a collector's watch from
cool.
Fossil, and it was not worn. I just had to buy it, and it's interestingly enough, they are also minted 10K pieces.
Oh, nice.
So I have my own serial number here. You know, let's try to show it off here.
That's really cool.
I have my own serial number. And I'm trying to find now the according AF-15 comic and so forth. I was not able to find it. I'm really hoping that it's not a secret rare because I'm not able to afford this one. So guys, it's 7308. If you happen to have the AF-15, which is this serial number, I need to have it. We can make a trade. So
he's trying to match up his AF-15 NFT with his AF-15 watch. That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Shout out to Darklink, just bought one at 16 minutes. I don't know if it's considered a rebound if it's not sold out. Is it sold out yet? I think it's still available. I got a comment. Did you get your delivery yet? Do you know what you got on the drop today?
Yes, I did. It's I'm Team Common with the crappy mint, so nothing special.
That's what we get around here. What's up, Pure Chaos says, anyone who says something is completely legit typically isn't. I don't know if that's true. DJ Talk, sorry, I was reading your guys' chats. Talking about Darkling, did you buy 16 comics or did you get a 16-minute rebound? Hopefully it was a 16-minute rebound, only bought 4. 4 is still kind of a high. J May bought 3 and got all commons. We are common gang, everybody in the chat today. Now, we'll save our luck for the next drop. I haven't heard of any new drop announcements coming out. Apparently we don't have a drop tomorrow. We might have a DC Comics drop on Thursday. Tucson says, business peeps have big problems with the truth. I never read his stuff. Miss Mama Mia says, what are your thoughts on Miles Morales' secret rare going to the moon? Is it going to get out of reach? Do you think Miles Morales keeps going up, that secret rare?
Miles Morales?
Yeah, what do you think about that one?
Oh, most certainly, man. I mean, I don't know about, if you analyze it just logically, the whole concept of VeVe, and they are really, it's bound to happen, this mass adoption. And if you take some grail pieces, you have a Todd, I hope. Do you have one Todd?
I sold my Todd for $7,000 and bought an Aston Martin when Todd was more expensive than Aston Martin, and now the Aston Martin's more expensive than the Todd, although, of course, both prices have come down.
Yeah. So they are, as good as me, there are certain grails that most certainly will have a value. So now if you check, I still didn't check on Wikipedia if there is an entry about VeVe, but let's take this just 5 years into the future, right? There will be so many collectibles, and if a newcomer comes to this thing and he discovers it, he will be sad and mad at the same time. How the heck did I not know about this before, And everybody will know about the grails and with what it started. And the very first one was the Todd McFarlane freaking Batman. Everybody will know that one, but not all of the other collectibles. So there are some that will most certainly be much, much more valuable than they are now. And also Miles Morales, definitely. And I don't have one.
You don't have a Todd either? I know how you got a physical Todd.
I do. Todd and Superman and plenty of Ultraman. Comments.
Ultraman, really? You consider Ultraman one of the girls too?
I went in heavy there because I still see this happening once Japan comes on board, like officially. If they ever made this app in Japanese, because Ultraman is huge in Japan.
Yeah, it is. We had Dance Buddha Panda. He's a Taiwanese YouTuber, and he was talking about how popular Ultraman is. Shout out to the chat. Rex Carter got a rare today. Don Shopoff. What's up, Don Shopoff? JGP wants to know how much for his palindrome rare. If the rares are at, let's see what they're at. They're at 714. Maybe you can get $9.99 for it. Maybe 10 gems. People don't really pay a ton more for palindromes, but you can try to put 15 or 20, see what happens. Kryptoni got a rare today. Said he's about to get another Todd as soon as possible. I don't blame you on that one. All right, let's keep an eye on these floor prices. I'll go through each one real quick for you. The secret rares down to 85. I think it could probably drop more from there. The ultra rares at 17. The rare is at 714. The uncommon is at 2 gems, and the common is at 180. Kind of what we expected here. The buy now is still there, so that means they're not sold out. And if you go to the bottom, you can see that there's another 14,000 left to either be sold or delivered for today. All right, what y'all doing in the chat? Are y'all buying these? It looks like some people went for 4 or 5. I saw some good serial numbers. I just have not seen a lot of secret rares in the chat today. Lots of rares. I know how y'all feel. It's Common Gang over here for me and Mr. VV Meister. Mr. Meister, let me know what your strategy is going forward. Are you going to start focusing on MCP points since we know that that's getting ready to drop, I guess, around December 25th, I think is what they said. Are you big on getting into the sets? Are you trying to get your MCP points up, or do you not even worry about it at all?
I do worry about it. So I did for quite a long time. I tried to collect as many sets as possible. I'm not for, if it comes to sets, I'm no whale whatsoever. Not even with the overall, how many collectibles I have. However, I bought what I think at that time that it will be a good idea. So to have several of those grails that I can trade in later in order to fulfill, make my sets complete. Because FOMO will most certainly start once they introduce this. Reese spoiled it several times, that it will be a sort of gamification within the app. and I absolutely believe that. So if you just take the content that you are doing right now and the sniping, it's a sort of exciting thing to try to find something, and they will most certainly be able to put this to the next level. So people will try to compete with each other, and there will be this leadership of sorts. So a lot of people who are active now in the app, they will most certainly be much more active in the app. And this will be the first kind of gamification what I see is happening. And then I also think it's bound to happen that people will be, oh, I need to fulfill one more set if I buy this one. So we will see, even without crypto pay-in, we will see a raise of the general market raising, because people will start to buy things again in order to compete.
I especially think so with the lower priced items, so that they can, the commons that they need to complete their sets that they didn't get before. Now they don't mind paying a few bucks to complete that set. We got a good question here from Danielle. Wants to know what you think about Todd or ultra rare Vader. Which one will be more valuable, and how much will it be worth?
Nice, very good question. I have both. I was lucky to get one Vader on the drop, and of course I did not sell it. Vader came in the bearish sentiment, so we don't know his potential, but he is the main important character in Star Wars. And I know a couple of my friends are real Star Wars fans, and they can be really crazy about it. So if it comes, remind me again, how many editions, Ultra Rare Vader?
Y'all need to remind me in the chat. Was it like 6333, or was it? I have to look it up real quick. I can't remember. I know Todd has 7,500 editions.
Yes.
I'll look up Vader real quick. Or the chat will probably let me know before I get there, but we'll find out. I think it's less than Todd. I know that.
I think it's less, yeah.
Is it in the dark? Oh, I pulled it right up. Let's see. Their edition size is 5977.
5977.
Not much of a difference.
I still see huge potential with Vader, because, okay, but let's face it, we need to have not just us inside the app, but also the real collectors, right? So if they really want to have a piece like Ultra Rare Vader and some hardcore collectors, I've been now to the Comic-Con, and I saw some DeLoreans which Christopher Lloyd signed, and those are hardcore collectors. You cannot. They would sell a liver in order to get something.
Right.
So then I see, Vader, huge potential. But Todd, on the other hand, he will always remain the first. I always like to emphasize the fact, if you open VeVe, the web app, the first one that pops up is the Todd McFarlane Batman, and that's enough for me to as a proof how important Todd is. And looky here, Numan Khan, he liked approximately 70 videos and subscribed with alarm. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Thank you.
Awesome. Glad to introduce Omi Homie to your channel. That's perfect. And on the Vader Todd argument, man, I gotta go with Todd, because if it was any NFT and it was the first that was released on the platform, and they made it very clear that this was the first one, then it would be up there in the challenge against Vader. But the fact that it's actually it's Batman, and there's a ton of Batman collectors out there. People love Batman. It's Todd McFarlane, and it looks awesome. So I think Todd is going to be the king over Vader, but time will tell. Looks like
there is a funny, and I don't know which production it is. What's the name? What's the guy's name? Meta Life Style or something. He's like a wizard if it comes to video editing.
Metaverse Life, yeah.
Yes, and there is something similar with all the superhero characters, and I accidentally found out about it, and it looks amazing if you watch it, the quality of it. And there is one scene, a whole episode actually, where Batman goes to save Superman, and Superman is caught in a prison by Darth Vader. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I did, definitely.
Yes, you did. So Darth Vader is trying his best, but why does Batman win at the end? Yeah, because he's Batman.
Because he's Batman, and he's the first. I know Tucson Collectible says he disagrees. I was checking the chat. Looks like we got a lot of Common Gang in the chat. Welcome to the fam. We're all Common Gang over here. We had a couple secret rares, though. Maybe next drop we'll hit some secret rares. All right, Mr. VV Meister, it's about time for me to end the stream because I got to get ready for Tuesday Trivia, which we'll be doing in about 30 minutes here live with VV Arcade. But before I go, I want to make sure that I put your channel into the chat again and make sure that everybody is subscribed to Mr. VV Meister. It looks like you're no longer at that 666 subscriber number anymore. Because
I appreciate that a lot. I will just put out a teaser now for everyone who does not know. I set out a tweet. There will be something happening once I reach 1,000 subscribers. So everyone is welcome to check out my Twitter feed. It will be something special. I'm not gonna promote it now here, but thank you for having me on your channel. It was by the way, just for everyone to know, he hit me up like 3 hours ago. If you want, you can do it even today. And I love spontaneous people. Bolt, thank you very much.
I appreciate you being on the channel. I've enjoyed your content a lot. I want to make sure that everybody knows about it so they can enjoy it in the future as well, especially with more information from you, I'm sure, coming out about these DC comic drops because they're tough to get. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. And if you wanted to play VV Trivia with us, me and VV Arcade will be live in about 30 minutes. We got some cool prizes to give away. Me and Mr. Meister will see y'all around the community. Later, guys.